And recording higher. Alright, let me chill out. We live? Yeah, we live. What's up with it, man? I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the GOAT Talk podcast. We got another episode of Heat for the Ear Holes. Before we tell y'all what today's very great episode is going to be about, I want to take this time to thank all the subscribers we have. I appreciate every single one. I know this channel is just getting started. So from the bottom of my heart, I think we were like right now we're almost at 40. So shit, it might seem like a small number to the majority, but to me that means a lot to me, and I'm so only up from here like my bro Tim be saying. So what up with it, man?
It's good out. It feels good.
Yeah. And finally got the first YouTube top albums. I wish I'd have got more commentary what people thought, but shit, I appreciate everybody, all the subscribers from the first one to the 35th one, whatever. Hey, we going from 35 to 3,500 to 350,000, 350 million, 350 billion, 350 trillion. We taking over. Hey, you want to tell them what we talking about today, man?
Yeah, man. We got a little jam-packed episode.
It's gonna get spicy.
Real spicy. You can see from the thumbnail. J. Cole, my GOAT, versus Kendrick Lamar,
which is my GOAT. And we always in the group chat we always have it's quite a few believe J. Cole is the GOAT, and then quite a few believe Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT. So hopefully we just adds a little spice to the Discord. Hopefully, I don't think nobody's gonna convince each other otherwise, but hopefully we try to convince y'all who y'all think is the GOAT, because it's always been it's for like in today's mainstream art. It's the top three is J. Cole. I was gonna say J. Cole. J. Cole, Kendrick. Hey, that's kind of clever. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake. Those are like ever since 2010 when Drake came in the league and J. Cole started coming in. Kendrick, they all came in around 2010. So we just wanna so yeah, it's gonna be a great episode. How we gonna break this down is we're gonna say like the album breakdown from starting off with when Kendrick Lamar came into the game in 2011, well, really 2010 with the Overly Dedicated, but I didn't really add that. I when I was writing notes for this episode, I said from 2011 when he dropped the Section 80 mixtape. What is the first? I know it was some mixtapes Cole dropped, but what was like one of the first projects you heard by Cole?
The first project I heard by Cole was the Warm Up.
Yeah.
So my cousin, growing up, I really didn't have a lot of access to music and
man,
stuff.
telling
because, back then you had to use like
downloads, bro.
Like
Download those are the days.
My cousin, he used to play "I Get Up."
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
that's like the first Cole song I really just like learned.
Yeah.
See, growing up though, I wasn't really a Cole fan, but I always remember that song. See, I was listening to a lot of like Eminem.
Yeah, bro. Same, bro. Yeah. It was like whatever was hitting on the radio, like the people with the top of the industry, like the mainstream hits, Eminem, Lil Wayne. Who was else in that era? Busta Rhymes. I'm just throwing out random names.
Yeah. Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye, of course.
50 Cent.
Yeah, man. So
I listened to a lot of that. So and then eventually, I want to say when he dropped, not the Sideline Story, but he dropped Born Center.
Yeah.
Underrated album, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
He became my favorite.
Okay. Because it's I remember. I don't know if you remember how I was put on. Well, I was put on the call a few different times. It's funny you brought up the Sideline Story because I think Sideline Story was like one of his first. We got one of the first big radio hits with Nobody's Perfect. I think that's. No, yeah,
so
I heard
he has a lot of radio hits on that album.
Yeah, I heard that a lot on the radio, and I didn't even. This is like me. We were the same. Like growing up, I was not the biggest music fan.
Right.
I just hear whatever I heard on the radio. Like Eminem was like one of my favorites. Eminem and Wayne, and Kanye West. So I don't know if you remember, but like back in the college days, the second time I was like, bro, it was the rides to Walmart, bro, used to be playing 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and I was like, bro, who is this?
Yeah.
Who is this nigga? It's kind of cold. And like for me, I was like how you was with
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
I know, bro. I didn't like.
That's crazy that you didn't know about Cole.
I mean, I knew about Cole, but I didn't know about that album because I heard the first thing I heard was the Sideline Story, and I heard quite a few of them from the Sideline Story. But then I heard 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I was like still starting to like get put on the music and trying to find all the kind of artists I listen to. It was like how you say you wasn't always the biggest Cole fan. I wasn't always the biggest Kendrick fan.
Right.
So it was like, and then when did I first discover? I think when I first discovered Kendrick, I think it was probably just like how you said we used to Limewire and Spin Reel and all those mixtape days. Yeah. I remember like some of the first, I think one of the first songs I heard was off the Section 80 mixtape, like Fuck Your Ethnicity and ADHD. I mean, those some of the first. I remember walking to school, catch the bus, hearing like playing. I just remember like hearing that. I'm like, wow. And so to see how I'm going from like barely like knowing much about an artist, like man, this motherfucker Cole is like become one of your favorites. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a great episode, man. I hope y'all tuned in. So
hey, bro, you finna get smoked.
Oh man,
he's finna get smoked, bro.
Bring the beat. But yeah, we're gonna do how we gonna break this episode down. We're gonna do like I don't know if I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Album breakdown. I'm gonna say like the year Kendrick dropped a project versus the year Cole dropped a project. We're gonna go head to head, like what we thought about those respective projects. Some of their most notable features. Cole has hella notable features, so does Kendrick have hella notable features. And then we're just gonna say, in our opinion, what makes them the greatest. Why he thinks Cole's the greatest and why I think Kendrick's the greatest. I would say we can try to incorporate a little bit of rap beef, but Cole or Kendrick didn't really have much. I mean, Kendrick had a sort of rap beef with Big Sean, and he had like never really had like a crazy like he's going beefing with. It's just like speculation type. And I don't think he ever beefed with anybody. Cole even said that he's not gonna beef with nobody. He just trying to inspire.
Cole's definitely had a little beef with over the years.
With who?
You'd be surprised. I want to say the first time I ever heard Cole get a beef with somebody was like, I want to say right after the Sideline Story. He had like a small beef with Diddy Simmons.
Oh wow! I think that makes sense because he had a whole little beef with Diddy and Diddy Simmons isn't Diddy's kid. That's Rev Run Simmons. Okay, damn. What they beefing about?
It was that. It was like you said. It's funny that you brought up Diddy.
Yeah,
because he got into a beef with Diddy over Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, which is really it's just crazy, man.
What else? Oh, when Lil Pump dropped a song.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and then he came out with 1985.
Man, 1985, bro. And then they had the whole little coming to Kumbaya interview episode. Yeah, I was like, he just trying to and then you can see relevancy. I mean, Lil Pump is. I'm not even gonna say he's not even the same stratosphere. Like Lil Pump is really kind of just spit out the face of the earth while Cole is still relevant. Yeah. Even with his age and experience and how long he's been in the game. So without further ado, we're gonna get straight to it. All right. First out, since we're going in the timeline, we're gonna say. I think this is Section 80 was like a mixtape, I would say, but I'm gonna still include that. Came out in 2011, and like with Kendrick Lamar, man, it's like he. Bringing like him, cause he's notoriously known from the West Coast, California rapper, born and raised in Compton, and he's succeeding rappers like Snoop Dogg, The Game, Nate Dogg, who was some other, Tupac of course, duh. But like it was like the whole West Coast sound. It's like cause it's like East Coast had their top like they broke the game down hip hop rap. You go from Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, right. Nas, etc., etc. So it's like for a long period of time, the best known lyricists would come from the East Coast, and there's a whole lot of them where you get J. Cole gets a lot of his inspiration. But then like the West Coast, I remember the famous saying, the West Coast got something to say about that. Coming like, also can't forget about Ice Cube, NWA. So it's like, yeah. So from when I first heard like Section 80, 2011, it's like you get like some of the most notable songs from that project is Fuck Your Ethnicity, ADHD, Tammy's Song, Rigor Mortis, Christian Corinthians, Keisha's Song, and the Ronald Reagan era. Those are just some of the most notable songs. Those some of my favorite songs on the album is Fuck Your Ethnicity, ADHD, and Tammy's Song. But cause like what I've always heard about with the Kendrick Lamar is like Kendrick Lamar was the first rapper to make conscious rap mainstream. And I always, and every time I think about Kendrick Lamar, I'm like, yeah, this kind of is true. Because if you like listen to the content of like, even he starts with Section 80, like fuck your ethnicity, like he's talking about racism, oppressions, and like ADHD. The Black and the Berry. Well, I don't even know. Black and the Berry was Black and the Berry on that one?
No, Black and the Berry was on.
Good Kid.
No, that was the cover with the black and white.
Oh yeah, I think that was the To Pimp a Butterfly.
Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah. I remember hearing that too while I was in school. But yeah, like Kendrick Lamar was like one of those artists. Like it wasn't like because with conscious rap, people were like, oh, so you just being rapped at. But like Kendrick was able to also want to give a shout out to Dre because I think Kendrick Lamar wouldn't have most of his like that production success without that authentic West Coast sound, which Dr. Dre helped, which definitely played a huge factor. But yeah, it's like Kendrick Lamar brought the authentic West Coast sound, was rapping on good content, and he can like rap like lyricist wise, bar for bar. So yeah, so what's your like I said, we're gonna do head to head. What's your first notable Cole project you want to say?
So you said project or album?
It could be whatever you want it to be, bro.
See, that's kind of tough because
let's just say since I said a mixtape, you can say project because it's mixtape. There no album.
Well, I can always go with the warm up, but that's a mixtape. That's pretty much. That's not even Cole's first mixtape, but that's
like one of the mixtapes that
the guy put them on pretty much. Plenty samples on there. Cole, to me, he kind of remind me of Kobe in a sense. Because
I like that comparison.
Kobe came in the game of basketball strictly on, I want to say like athleticism, crossover.
Raw.
A crossover to me is kind of like a punchline.
Okay.
It's the wow factor in the sport. Punchlines in rap is the wow factor in the rap game.
True.
And to see Cole evolve from just coming out with strictly just punchlines and then evolving into storytelling.
Yeah,
storytelling is like how Kobe developed the post fade.
Yeah,
and just strict, just strict skill.
Can't stop it. Kobe put his back to the basket. Because it
was
also like I remember with a lot the knock on Cole was like you said, just not being evolved enough, like the letting Nas down, and like Jay-Z even like some of his it took him a while to get like his first album because he didn't get as much success with his mixtape, so he wasn't able to ever get like his first debut studio album until he finally was. So I kind of see what you're saying with that. I like that analogy.
Yeah, it's just the beauty in his the way he draws imagery in the rap. While also incorporating crazy punchlines. Now his punchlines now are not even as simple as they used to be.
Facts.
But I'm not gonna really just go
too in depth
on the start of him because he came underneath Hove.
Yeah, true.
Some people see Hove as the greatest rapper of all time. When you want to go by numbers and money longevity and stuff, but yeah, man, college is just
him. Oh, this guy. Okay, so now we're going. I think Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2012. That was I'm gonna say his debut. I ain't gonna say that, but I think it was his first album. I'm gonna say start the list. Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2012. Man,
right.
Some of the most famous songs is like certified classic, especially because I still be playing that to this day. Poetic Justice, Backseat Freestyle, Money Trees. Money Trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. And then he got the Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Like it's just like the things he could you can see from his mixtape days to like the skills just keep translating. He just kept getting better. As like for me with 2012 and with Good Kid, Mad City, it's like man, that for me that's really like I ain't gonna say he was just the greatest in 2012 when he dropped because you got to be consistent with it. Yeah. But 2012 was the start of something special with Kendrick Lamar. You can see, like I said, with some of the like the Recipe, Compton. Now Never. I remember hearing Now or Never on 2K, bro. I don't know what 2K it was, but I remember hearing him and Mary J. Blige. It's like now I think it was probably like
Kendrick Lamar had a lot of songs on 2K.
Yeah, fast.
I think High Power was on 2K, one of the 2Ks back in the days.
2K 11, 12, 13. Man, one of them.
I think it was I think it was like 2K. Yeah, probably like 2K10, something like that. High Power was on there. You know what High Power was produced by?
This is just about J. Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say how J. Cole was told somebody about
Yeah, J. Cole told, for those that don't know, I was gonna get to that. J. Cole told Dr. Dre
the sign. Yeah.
about Kendrick Lamar.
He was like sign, which is crazy because it's like for J. Cole to stick his neck out the line when he's not even established like that. I give him his flowers for that song. Cheers to you. Can't out of the one.
Since he went ahead and talked about some of K-Dot's earlier projects, I wasn't gonna get too in depth on his J. Cole's mixtapes, even though Warm Up's really good, Friday Night Lights is really good. That's actually my favorite project by Cole. A lot of people don't know what those projects are, so I'm gonna stick to his albums. Obviously, The Sideline Story came out in 2011 and has a lot of hits on there.
It does.
From I Can't Get Enough featuring Trey Songz to Lights Please, In the Morning,
Can I hit it in the morning?
Nobody's Perfect. There's a lot of songs on there, and it's crazy to me that nowadays people think that J. Cole is just now like reaching this level when he's all.
We're gonna call those casual.
But he's always been like at the top of the line. Like, we always talked about over the years the big three: Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Right. Mm-hmm. Now the order might have changed over the years because I feel like that Cole is starting to adapt to the sound, and he's letting other people really just like, I'm not gonna say help him, but like have their touch on his music, because he usually develops his own beats, and his beats aren't they're not trap drums, they're more melodic. He has
going to put it.
He has more songs. Well, I mean, it's not more songs. He has videos of him, really putting his beats together, and it's really just him on a piano, his little beat machine that he has. Did you get to go inside his house,
bro?
When you went to?
Well, you could see it from outside. Yeah, cause I remember that when I was in North Carolina. I went to Fayetteville. I was like, perfect time to go check out. I thought we was gonna be able to go at least. It's like I thought it was gonna be like a museum you can go check out. Nah, but you could only stand from the outside. It was like you can't. They had it gated off. They said don't open the gates type shit. I was like, wow,
that's crazy. Well, on the inside of that, he has it set up where how he grew up with all his posters of all his favorite artists that he watched, listened to, like Nas, Jay-Z, etc.
Exactly.
Even his little beat makers, like, it's like sitting at his desk, like, and for him to like change over. I'm not gonna say really just change, but just adapt to the game now, so he can like really increase his longevity.
Yeah, because definitely, especially with like the feature run he's been on, is like he's working with the younger artists. Like when he started working with 21 Savage on that a lot features, I think that's when he like really started to take off, like giving features, like working with some of the younger artists, 21 Savage, JID, and like all the newer age artists coming in after Kendrick, Cole, Kanye West, all them, etc. Like because Cole has gone on I think for Cole, I think that's when he like, man, I was like, damn, because that was a song I expected. Like he had the perfect for that song a lot with 21 Savage. I was like the perfect for a Cole feature, but also it's like you just even after from then on, it's like even till today, he's still killing features.
No facts.
And it's really just crazy. And so what was the project you said you just brought?
That was The Silent Story.
The Silent Story, and that came out in when?
That was 2011. That was Cole's first studio album.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe Kendrick Lamar's first studio album was Good Kid, Mad City. I might be wrong. Hey, don't fact check me. Hey, never mind. I'm gonna keep it PG. But yeah.
I'm not. I'm keeping it a buck. You hear me? Keeping it a buck.
Since I said the first, bro, what's the next? What did Cole release after that?
So Born Center, like I said earlier, that was 2013.
2013. Yeah.
So Cole usually, when he drops his albums, he usually drops an album, and I want to say on average he waits 2 years to drop the next album. So like I said, 2011 was the Sideline Story.
Yeah.
Then, what was it 2013 was the Born Center. Now, obviously,
I remember
2014 Forged the Drive came out 2014, but it came out at the end of the year.
Yeah,
you know?
end of 14.
So he usually waits about roughly around 2 years to drop.
Decent amount of time.
Born Center was an album that really just like, I feel like set the tone for him.
Yeah.
Because he starts the album off with a crazy intro. It's one of the more underrated intros, The Illuminati.
Yeah.
He's basically talking about how he's seen the aspect of how people, quote unquote, sell their soul
facts.
to the rap game.
Yeah,
and he was one of them. But in the second verse, he's basically talking about how he bought out of that whole idea of being Illuminati, selling your soul, etc. It's even in the chorus or in the hook. There's so many songs on the album that I could just dive into. The most notable song is obviously Power Trip. Everybody knows that song.
Miguel. The Crooked Smile also.
Crooked Smile is obviously.
That's one of the other ones I heard on the radio a lot.
Right. He got so many songs.
Let Nas Down was also on that album.
Let Nas Down was okay.
That's just me.
That's
one of my favorite for me because he just paying homage to the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
You got Trouble.
See it.
You got Forbidden Fruit with his GOAT.
K-Dot. I forgot about that song.
No, it's a lot of songs on there. And then he also has a deluxe too, though.
Wow, I don't remember that.
The deluxe had Janae Aiko feature. Sparks Will Fly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He had a 50 Cent feature as well.
Yeah.
I think that album really set the tone, and then you know what happened the following year.
But I'm lost right now. Tell me.
History happened, but I'm gonna let you go ahead, bro.
You talking about Forest Hills?
Yeah, bro. History happened, bro.
Okay,
let's get it started.
When was Forest Hills drop?
Let's get it going. I'm ready to get to that year.
You ready to get active?
Yeah, I'm ready to get active, man.
Hey, when did Forest Hills drop? You said it was 2014?
Yeah, at the interview.
Okay, it's interview 2014. That just leads me to the next K-Dot album, To Pimp a Butterfly. And remember how I said K-Dot was the first one. Well, I ain't gonna say he was like key in making conscious rap commercial, bringing it commercial like to the game industry on the radio type shit like that. And going back to Good Kid, Mad City, I remember hearing Swimming Pools Drank. I remember like when I first heard it, I would not expect the song was about alcohol poisoning. I thought it was just about turning up and having a good time. Then I found out that's what the song was about. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what? How do you do this, nigga? How do you make a banger like that? And then the things I ain't gonna say it. Well, the things he like the creativity in his alter ego. You know how J. Cole has kiLL Edward. I think K-Dot's is Oklahoma, or he got a hella different alter egos in this shit. So it's like the things he can do with his as an artist is just like the small little minor details for me. And then you said he dropped after following Good Kid, Mad City, which was 2012. He dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, and that was like I think that was the one he won the Pulitzer Prize. I'm not even gonna bring up Pulitzer Prize because it was one of those albums. It was like if you thought Good Kid, Mad City was conscious rap, but it was a good mixture. But Pimp a Butterfly is really that's when like conscious rap. I remember King Kunta. I was like, man, this nigga doing it again with the conscious conscious rap, making conscious rap appealable to the younger audience. And I remember the first time I heard King Kunta, I didn't really know about like who it was. King Kunta was based off I think it was a character from the book Roots. And shit, like I was doing like research before this episode. I'm like, god damn. And so like To Pimp a Butterfly came out in 2015, and it was like people probably say like the most conscious rap album ever, and like the commercial success it brought. Because I don't know the exact stats and numbers, but I'm pretty sure Good Kid, Mad City has gone triple platinum. It's got the most streams, numbers, did good numbers wise. I know that for a fact, even though I haven't seen the exact numbers. I just know because it's just a timeless album. Right. To Pimp a Butterfly, I'd say it might not have the same amount of commercial success, like selling records, like selling units and streaming wise, because back then when it first came out, streaming wasn't as relevant as it is today. It was about actual going into buying CDs, And I remember first hearing that, and then like, what was it? What did I write down? Like more conscious rap, like the Black of the Berry. I remember walking to high school like playing that, and then bro like
that song,
the Black of the Berry, the Sweet of the Juice. I'm like, whoa.
That you know what's funny? That song, I was listening to that song.
Yeah.
And I just like the way he put that song together.
Yeah, and then bro, no, see, no, but whoever that was on the hook, that shit was cold. I just remember walking to school. It was like pitch black. I was walking to the school bus, not walking to school. I was on the school bus stop, and that's like one of the few songs I had downloaded onto my little phone, whatever phone I had. I don't even remember. But yeah, like the Black of the Berry. First time hearing that in high school, yeah, like I said, it wasn't one of my favorite albums, but it was a very good, great album. I ain't gonna say it's a classic for some people. Music is all about the listener's experience. I ain't gonna say it's a classic to me, but it's a very much well respected album to me. I still go back to that album, like King Kunta. I think that was the lead single for that song, and I still remember seeing the video. I think that was when Vine was really. 2015 was like Vine was before TikTok. I remember seeing all the different seeing white people make seeing white people make Vines using King Kunta. I'm like, y'all know what this song is about? I didn't even know what the song was about till like a few years down the line. When I started getting in the music group chat, we just started learning more about the music and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, and then this like I said, King Kunta was lead off single about the rebellious slave from Roots. And then the Black of the Berry, and then how much $1 costs. Like, nigga making conscious rap commercial, like shit like that. And then also, King Kunta, Hood Politics, Mama and Mortal Man is just some of my favorite tracks from that album. And this one is like, now he's established, and he can make from 2012 and then 2015 with this, and he's just keeping the momentum from the previous album going. He's just showing how deep in his bag he could get, and it's like using, probably said it before, but I would say it again. It's like, for me, it's just stuff I never heard of, like content wise, and how it's turning content wise into making it appeasable for all audiences to hear. Even if it's going over here, you don't even know. It's a good song to you. It's a banger to you, even if you don't know the story behind the song. Because how I see it is that like, for me, like one of my favorite rap groups was Wu-Tang, but after sometimes like I could get what people are saying, because like Wu-Tang, they just like straight rapping at you, just giving bars, just rapping back and forth. It's like not as like sometimes people get tired of just being rapped too. I feel like, and so like something you just gotta you can have a nice little vibe, just not going crazy with the 16, 28 bars, just laying bars on bars on bars, just too much rap coming at you. So if you can like find a way to have those bars and have a good message with the song and good production, and that's what I was like, man, this nigga K-Dot this nigga going off. So yeah, so now you can talk about the impact that Forest Hills Drive had on you and me, because that's when I like really started checking out Cole.
All right, one second.
Yeah. While he's doing that, we just gonna make sure everything's good, and well, I guess it's a good like making sure everything's good. Good chance for, I'm gonna say, the song of the day, and then you're gonna get into why he thinks Forest Hills Drive is one of his. Talk about Forest Hills Drive and the impact it had on him. Let me see. Before I'm gonna just shuffle on Spotify. Let's see. Like songs. This one is "Belong to You" by Brent Fayez and Babyface. Which say?
Turn your mic back on. Oh, my mic. I don't know why it turned on.
Yeah.
It should just stop recording for no reason.
Maybe the battery died.
No, I didn't. My phone has stopped recording the video.
Also back. Sorry about those. We had a few technical issues. Technical difficulties, but we back. So yes, before we left off, talk about 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Oh yeah. Known as Cole's best album. You know what it is.
Platinum, no features.
Yeah. He of course he gonna give away the accolades to Cole.
That was on purpose.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. But when that album came out, there was nobody else that ever gave. Well, I ain't gonna say ever in 25 years prior to that to drop an album, go double plat. He did say it went triple plat, which it did later on. But at the time, no one was able to achieve double plat with no features, and Cole did it on a classic.
Nah, I can't say it wasn't a classic because indeed it was.
January 28th, which is his birthday, he had a song. He made Wet Dreams.
Man, that's
everybody knows about that iconic song.
Man, can't even stand up.
03 Adolescence, underrated song.
The whole album.
Fire Squad, where he's name dropping a bunch of artists from Macklemore to Eminem to Iggy.
I didn't really catch that. The name dropping artists.
Oh yeah. From Tales to Two Cities to apparently was a radio track. Love Yours, my favorite song of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Love Yours is your favorite song of all time?
Oh yeah, because it's real relatable. He basically talking about, it's always gonna be someone that's gonna have a better lifestyle than you, or somebody that, like one part he said, there's always gonna be a better bitch out there on the tours.
Yeah, facts.
You got a girl.
Yeah, exactly. You got somebody already.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, she may not be the baddest.
But
you know
she
what
bad
I'm saying?
to you, so
but exactly, she bad to you.
There's always gonna be somebody bad.
It's always gonna be somebody out there, but you're just not gonna be happy till you love yours.
Yeah, facts. True.
He also talked about in that song, growing up. He displayed the imagery in the music video that it was the kid on the block may have had all the shoes, all the clothes, etc. And you didn't have nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then fast forward, you not having that stuff growing up pushes you to become something greater. Yeah. So now you the one with the cars, the clothes, etc., the house, the bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then looking at homie from the block, he ain't got jack.
Yeah, cause
he's still living with moms. Yeah. No car.
Dang,
barely any money coming in. Yeah. So you never know what your life gonna turn into.
And somebody always trying to compare a lot. Somebody might look at you. You might see that you don't have everything that somebody else has, but somebody gonna want something that you do have, and you trying to be like them, and they trying to be like you. It's just a whole circle going back and forth. Right. I fucks with that.
And then so the song that everybody knows, obviously, there's no role models.
Yeah, the Bush with the fool me once time.
Yeah, that's I probably say that's probably Cole's most successful track over time. Even though he has a lot of tracks that's successful, but even if you see him go on tour, if you see him in concerts, or if you see him guest starring on somebody else's show or something, he always plays this track because it's a timeless track.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody pretty much knows
the
song.
If they know that "Fool me once, can't get fooled again."
Yeah.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me three times, fuck the peace sign.
Load the chopper, let it rain on you. Hey man, shout out to the GOAT, dog.
Kendrick, you said shout out to Kendrick?
Man, stop it.
Stop it. Stop it.
But and it really just showed, that album really showed that Cole
putting it all together.
Yeah, he got into a mode where he felt like he didn't need none of you niggas. He didn't. And he did it 2 years in a row, if you want to talk about it. Well, I ain't gonna say 2 years in a row. 2 albums in a row, if you want to talk about it.
You want to see another artist who also didn't need a feature?
Here we go with this. Hey, bro. Let's keep the show going, bro. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
We're agenda pushers here. We're always pushing agendas. Yes.
Keep it going.
All right, so he's talking about how the impact and how the longevity of 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which is great. I can't even knock it myself. But then we go it was 2015 Kendrick dropped Pepper Butterfly, which I talked about. Then, one of his, for me, it's right behind Good Kid, Mad City, which is Damn, which is another also great album, a timeless classic. Bro, before I even talk about the songs on that album, I don't know if you ever heard about the theory of you can play it from beginning to end, from like the first track to the last track.
Yeah.
And you can also play it from the last track to the
Backwards.
first. Like, bro, I was listening to Duckworth before you came,
Yeah.
and then at the end of Duckworth, it was pretty much just like a snippet of all the songs from the album just played real fast. I was like, bro.
You know that's my favorite Kendrick Lamar project.
Yeah, I feel that because that's.
I think it's his best, but you know.
I think it's.
I'm not gonna go that far.
But like, man, the first vibes he brought with Good Kid, Mad City, it's like, man, like
That's timeless stuff.
time, yeah.
But so is that.
Damn is damn, bro. Like,
Damn, nigga.
like for real, bro. I remember like that because I remember the lead off singer for that album was also Humble, which you can also say is
Radio track.
it's radio. I ain't gonna say it's conscious rap because he was like, "Bitch, be humble." It's like not really much conscious rap to it, but he still made it into a banger. And it's like the track listing for Damn. It's like the first half of the album. It's like the things he incorporates the things he's scared of, like lust and like trying to find love, etc. I'm not giving exactly on point, but it's like the content in that album. It's like it is time. It's like, bro.
What's your favorite track from that album?
Favorite track from that album, I'd probably have to say is Duckworth.
My favorite track is Feel.
Yeah, I like.
Feel is crazy.
Yeah, Phil.
That's my favorite
I
Kendrick
think,
Lamar song.
and then probably also be Lust too. Like, bro, like the whole. But yeah, that album, I was like, God damn, this nigga don't miss.
And the track with Rihanna. I like that track.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
That was also one of the bangers too. I'm like, that's the GOAT, nigga.
Yeah.
K-Dot, Oklahoma. Shout out West Coast.
Don't listen to him, bro. Don't listen to him.
Come on, man. You can't knock greatness, man. You can't knock. And also, like, bro, like how I said with the Kendrick Lamar making conscious up. Also, Triple X, also that song.
Oh.
But like, how I don't know if you remember, like how he just does a quick 180. He's like, all right, kids, we're gonna talk about gun control. Like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, he does like gun control is obviously a major problem in America, and like for him to incorporate from like the first half and like XXX Triple X was also a good song. Then he just does. I don't remember exactly the what XXX was about. I'll probably listen to it again, but it always stuck with me like that complete 180 flip. All right, kids, we're gonna talk about gun control. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, this nigga's just spazzing. He's just doing it like. I was like, bro, this man must be stopped. He can't be stopped. And like also like the Humble. I said Humble was the lead single.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite songs from that album was XXX, Loyalty, Duckworth, and like with Duckworth makes it also so good is like because I think Duckworth is based off who is like TDE and I think the founder of TDE and also his like dad because it's like how at the end is like because his dad I think was working at the KFC which the TDE executive I don't know something like that and it's like the TDE executive and his dad was like really cool friends because I think the TDE dude was he was I think he was a blood or something, and then his dad worked at KFC, and to get on his good side, his dad he would give him free chicken and stuff like that. And so like, but that's like 2 extra biscuits, but it's like,
bro, watch out,
bro. But no, like because he was saying like if he didn't become friends with his dad didn't become friends with the TDE executive who runs TDE now, like there wouldn't be a Kendrick Lamar because he was saying like type shit like you're gonna end up killing his dad. No, that's my interpretation from the song. But like, bro, if you just hear the album, you're like, whoa, that's just me.
Hey, bro.
That's just my interpretation. How I see. I don't know exactly everything that happened, but I do know that's from what I heard. And I was like, wow. Some moments of the album, you just like starstruck. You like, damn.
I'm kind of glad you brought up TDE.
Yeah, but
so let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
TDE.
Dreamville. Dreamville is more competent.
You see how he said that? He
said
that with no hesitation.
Because TDE is the worst. You see what they did with Schoolboy Q. You see what they did with SZA. They can't
and whose label is that? Who's involved with that?
TD Top Dog.
No.
Kendrick Lamar. I don't know what the role.
No, I don't want to hear that.
I don't think Kendrick Lamar is not holding back SZA from releasing. He's not holding back Schoolboy Q from releasing. He's not holding back. I think he's holding back himself from releasing because after he dropped 2017, Damn is in it really just like I think his relationship with TDE and it's like because then he just went on that notable he just was disappeared from the game. Nobody heard from him after he dropped Damn.
Yeah.
Well, not after he dropped it. It was then he dropped Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah.
So despite how unprofessional TDE is, I'm not gonna put all. I'll say I put a little.
I'm not letting you get away with it.
I'll say a little.
No,
bro, he's not the. He just. I think he was he might have created it, but I think he was just more like the main artist. I don't think he had much. Like, cause bro, if you have great artists, why wouldn't you want them to release their music?
That's the crazy part.
That
TDE has an amazing lineup of artists. Artists that can put out songs without having the help of others and still put out hits like Schoolboy Q, like you said.
Isaiah Rashad.
SZA especially. Because she's the biggest artist on there outside of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. And then also J-Rock also on T. Like, bro, they great Absol and they all, and then who was Reason also signed on TDE. So then the main thing we always talk about a lot of how terrible in the music group chat, how terrible management wise, like just gatekeeping their. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if he's got more money for them not releasing, or I don't know exactly the policies of how it worked. I'm just not blaming Kendrick because like if you're an artist, you're gonna want to drop music. You're not gonna want to drop it every year, but
this is somebody he calls a GOAT,
the greatest of all, greatest of this generation. Yes.
Hey,
all time.
When you have a impact on the music industry or the rap game as much as Kendrick Lamar does, hey bro, some of that is his fault because you don't see Cole doing that. Cole got cats that are not even really known like that. Jid just got known pretty much this past year because of TikTok.
Yeah, that which is really casual, bro. I hate casual.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, they've been around in the rap game for a while,
a long time. Yeah, that's another reason why I like Cole, because the discoveration of Jitty Jid is just another one of my favorite up and coming rappers. He's really tough. But.
And some might say that he's not even the biggest artist on the label.
On Dreamville?
Yeah, Ari Lennox.
Oh yeah, true.
Everybody, all the females know who Ari Lennox is.
Facts, because she R&B singing. So you have, and it's like Ari Lennox, SZA. They both have their respective female talent. So yeah,
Boz also.
Boss just hasn't lived up to my high expectations of being an MC from New York, bro. Like, bro, you can't, bro. No. That's why I'm always to this day I'm always picking Jitty Jit over Boss. Yeah, and I like Boss some of his songs.
I'm just saying that when you're a high caliber artist like Kendrick Lamar, where you getting on a song with somebody can really uplift and change that dynamic of that artist, like how J. Cole did with Ari when she dropped Shea Butter Baby.
Yeah, true.
Even though that was on a soundtrack for a very good movie.
Yeah, Creed, yeah.
Still, though, everybody knew that, like, okay, we got a voice in the industry.
And then Kendrick also did a few songs. I think All the Stars was Kendrick and SZA.
I don't know how that happened just now, but okay.
But yeah, put a finger in the sky if you want. Yeah. Speaking of my favorite Cole project is For Your Eyes Only.
Okay,
that's always gonna be my favorite. This is like the how personable he got in the album. Like who it was for. I was like, man, that's bro. The neighbors think I'm selling dope.
He got a mind. Say
what?
You got a mind.
Yeah, I'm not a casual. But like, bro, like the neighbors. What's always one of my favorites that always stuck with me is like the neighbors think I'm selling dope. He's like, and motherfucker, I am. You talking about his music?
For people that don't know, that's exactly what he's talking about. What happened is J. Cole was making music at his crib, and what happened? He lived in I'm not gonna say
ghetto.
I'm gonna say he lived in a privileged neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
not the suburbs, but not the worst parts. Like in the middle class.
And he had a nosy neighbor that seen all these cars pulling up to his crib, and usually when you got a black cat in a neighborhood, you got a bunch of cars pulling up at obscure times and stuff of the day. You think something crazy going on down the street.
Yeah, Karen and Jim coming out saying, these guys.
But and they called the cops, and basically the SWAT team raided J. Cole's house. So the bar is the neighbors think I'm selling dope. Motherfucker, I am.
Yeah. You talking about his music.
Talking about his music. Hey, stop playing with him, bro. Big goat shit.
Hey, I got some notable. Hey, don't just wait till we get to these notable features. So yeah, I got some very good
Bro,
yeah.
Notice he said notable features, and we're talking about the king of features. But okay, keep going.
All right, this guy. Well, like I said, we're agenda pushers here. He's gonna push his agenda.
Big goat, bro.
I'm gonna push mine.
Cold world.
This guy. So yeah, and after going back to Damn, like I said, some of my favorite songs on the album. It's like for me, after he released this album, it was like, man, you don't have anything left to prove. You shown how great you are. You shown what you can do, rap wise, lyricist wise, storytelling wise, every production wise. Like so, for me, he'll have nothing left to prove. And like I said, we brought up how the album played backwards to forward. Like you can play it from beginning to end, and then from the end to the beginning. It's just like I haven't heard no shit like that before.
Yeah.
So that I think that for me, that's what like really put him into a stratosphere by himself. That's what I think really started to say, man, this nigga Kendrick the greatest of this generation.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, and then he the next year he dropped. I'm not even gonna include the soundtrack to Black Panther because it was a collaboration album, even though he was like the main one who produced it, etc. etc.
You see, he didn't want to do that because if he would have brought up the collaboration albums, I could have did the J. Cole, Dreamville albums.
Oh yeah.
You don't want no smoke with those.
Oh yeah, Dreamville was winning that because Dreamville, bro. I don't know, Dreamville they released their artists. They released their music.
Yeah.
Except Boss, but yeah, everybody else.
Hey, bro.
They released their music, so yeah, I'll give Cole gets the nod when it comes to the Dreamville Revenge of the Dreamers tapes. So some hella good songs favorite. It put me on Luke Goldmouth. Yeah, that's another one of my favorite. Mm-hmm. He don't get the respect and recognition but he just crazy because he tough like that too.
Oh, facts.
And so what was the after Damn came out in 2017? What was the follow up album for Cole?
Since we pretty much already touched on it because you brought it up, For Your Eyes Only.
Oh yeah, okay.
You said that was one of your probably your favorite Cole album.
Yep.
For Your Eyes Only was the follow up to 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and it was another album where he went double platinum with no features, back to back. Notable songs, like he said, he already said Neighbors. You got Immortal, one of my favorite tracks on there, banger. Deja Vu was. Let me talk about Deja Vu real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Deja Vu is the song where remember Bryson Tiller dropped. I think it was Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Exchange was a hit.
Because you used that little sample.
Right.
Stop. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And what happened is, Bryson Tiller, I guess somebody from his camp got a hold of this sound. Everybody knows the sound on Exchange. Sound like a baby in the background. And he made a hit off of it. And then Cole dropped Deja Vu, I want to say either a couple of years after.
Yeah.
And it had the same sample and people thinking Cole stole it. What happened is I was originally one of Cole's beats and sounds, and Bryson Tiller just happened to get his hands on it somehow, some way. So the sound was really stolen. So it still got on the radio, still got plays.
Both of them still got plays, really.
Obviously, the main track on the album is For Your Eyes Only, the actual track. 9-minute song. For those that don't want to listen to 9-minute songs, it's a really, really good song.
Man, challenge yourself. Go listen to a 9-minute song. You ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah. Basically talking about a friend of his that didn't live the, I guess, like the best lifestyle. He had a daughter.
Yep.
And J. Cole's basically telling a story about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really in depth, really nice. I actually went on tour. I mean, not on tour. I went to his concert for For Your Eyes Only.
Yep.
And seeing that performance, seeing him perform that song live was really magical. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm already knowing. I remember seeing it was Kendrick and SZA that time they came to Houston. That was the only time I seen Kendrick in performance. But because also I remember how I said because remember in that I think it was in that song he was like how he was talking to his homeboy. He was trying to get like him, and his homie was like, "No, you trying to get like you because you got a caring mom and shit like that." And it's pretty much you never know what you got until because what you have somebody might want and what you see someone else have they might. So it's just a whole circle thing. But
Yeah, and then I want to say Cole. I think that album, okay, Forest Hills Drive made Cole really just like stick to everybody, and then Forest Hill Drive just made his. I guess he didn't even have to drop another album after that if he didn't want to, because everybody was already saying, okay, Cole's one of the best rap artists of all time. Just after that, and then obviously he still was gonna make more music. He was even at a time where he was flirting with retiring.
Yeah.
When he was dropping songs like
I remember him that DJ Khaled album.
Yeah.
Diamond Cuttings and Payment, bro. That was hot.
Yeah.
Straight out of Basic Training, man. 2016.
He had songs like False Prophets and Everybody Dies.
Yep.
What else? Oh, even the Black Friday joint where him and Kendrick basically borrow each other's beats from songs like All Right.
Yeah.
And Kendrick did his verse on what's a song from 2014 Forest Hill, Tales of Two Cities.
Yep.
And they basically swapped songs, both rapped over them. And I think Cole was really in a mode where he felt like I said earlier, he felt like he didn't need anybody, and everybody was just like,
yeah, he can do it by himself.
Do it by yourself.
Yeah. So I remember how you said you blame Kendrick for that role of TDE and their artists. So who do you think's at fault with their collab album they were supposed to do that they never did? He putting that fault more, or at fault any?
So on the Black Friday track, the last part of the song, he basically mentioned like the community, the music community, people that's listening to Cole, any like just listening to rap, and really just wanted Cole and Kendrick to perform a collab album. He felt like that people couldn't really just either digest or just handle what they could put together. And it was going to cause all kind of controversy because, you know, when you put a GOAT in one perspective and a GOAT in another perspective, people are going to tend to want to put them against each other. How we're doing right now.
So that was like, man, that was really what it was, because I feel like we still need that, even though we have our own opinions, who we think is the best. Like, because for me, iron sharpens iron, and whoever they would have both each had moments where they dominated on the album. I just really wanted that album.
I think the album is not gonna come.
Yeah, it's not.
But I think they'll drop a track. Kind of like how
they got something worked on halfway cooking, and somebody's producers file and shit like that.
Kind of like how J. Cole and Drake.
Yeah, how they just the second half of his career.
Yeah, they got songs together, and you know, like I said, it's kind of really hard to put two very great artists on the same track or same album, because like it's always gonna be, oh, this dude out-rapped him, or this dude out-rapped, you know, it's not gonna people enjoy the music. So I think that's the reason why they really just didn't go ahead with dropping that.
I remember seeing how they was just, at the time, their schedule was just too busy for them to just, they're both doing their own things.
Yeah.
And cause like going back to, cause after Kendrick dropped not Kendrick dropped, but after he produced whatever for the Black Panther soundtrack, then he just went like radio silent.
Yeah.
And I don't know if when they dropped that, if they dropped that collab release Black Friday song, was it before? I'm pretty sure it was probably before that Black Panther soundtrack album. So then, because after that soundtrack album, Black Panther soundtrack album, K-Dot just went quiet, and then that's when Cole just really picked up his momentum. And so that's when like the Discord, because like for me, the K-Dot being number one, he came from like 2012 when he first came in the game with Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly, and then Damn, and then he just after that, after like I said, when he dropped Damn, he felt like he didn't have anything else to prove.
Yeah.
Because he did everything. He collaborated with artists. He had started his own label, something like, I don't know exact role, but yeah, being a founder or something with TD Top Dog Entertainment.
Yeah. And
then like, remember the year J. Cole a lot came? I think it was right around after that Black Panther soundtrack, because then Cole came in with he just went on that feature and he just went crazy.
Yeah, he dropped a tweet, and I want to say it was either after KOD dropped, or right before. He dropped a tweet. He was like, "Feed me beats. I'm eating everything."
Oh yeah.
And I want to say it was after KOD because if you go back and look at KOD, which released in 2018, there was no features on it.
Yeah.
It put features, kiLL, but kiLL's really J. Cole.
J. Cole's alter ego.
Yeah. But since we're talking about KOD, let's go ahead and get to that too. KOD was J. Cole's 5th studio album. Pretty good album. You know, I think a lot of people like to say that one of Cole's better albums is because of what he's talking about. KOD has different meanings. People call it Kids on Drugs or King of Dreams or something.
I thought it was King. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, Kids on Drugs.
You got a lot of good songs on there. ATM was the hit. It was the hit track.
On ESPN a lot.
You'll see it on ESPN. It was on NBA Live. You'll see. It got played during the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. He even played it when he performed at the All-Star.
That's when it was in North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. As you guys can see, we're wearing something different. This is the same episode. We're in the same episode though. I'm talking about. You can tell we're wearing different clothes because we had a little technical issues with recording and picking up, saving this episodes and clips and such. So we're just gonna provide y'all with a quick summary and synopsis that pretty much basically Kendrick's the GOAT, J. Cole's is a nice second, and Drake is third. So, yes.
That was definitely not the recap.
Oh, that's not the recap?
No.
Something different?
Yeah, it's definitely something different.
Hey, I think
that's not what we came up with.
I think that is what we came up with. I think maybe you got amnesia.
Oh no.
No? All right, you want to tell me what we came up with? Kendrick's first? No, is it? Oh, you said Cole's first.
Yeah, we definitely said Cole was first.
Yeah.
That's because Cole is the only person really putting out of them two is really putting out projects and for people to actually harp on.
Hey Kendrick, you hearing this? Hey, we waiting on you, man, so we can provide more order.
He's waiting on you.
To provide more order.
Keep that shit in the vault.
Because he knows if it's released, it's like releasing the Kraken.
Oh.
Problems will arise. Yes.
No, sir.
Yep. All right, so pretty much yes. Kendrick's the GOAT. Yeah. He agreed. I agreed. Thank you for tuning in to the Go Talk podcast, and we'll catch you next time. Go be great. Love you.